Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back with another half hour of bullshit. I'm Daniel,
And I'm Josh.
and we got to jump into it. We just got to get into it because, goddamn,
Another one.
we got nine. We got nine fucking trailers. So here, opening up in the month of March in the world of horror. On the 2nd, we got a film called Spoonful of Sugar.
Yeah.
Where a young girl is basically she's studying up on kids with like different ailments and allergic reactions and all that kind of stuff, and she meets a kid who can't talk, who apparently is just like allergic to everything. The mom's kind of overbearing, but she's got her own little book or some shit going on. The dad just walking around with his shirt off, and we'll see where that leads. And he just seems like a dick in the trailer. That's pretty much the base of it, and then of course, she's doing like a Lolita kind of thing. So, Josh, I'll let you kick things off. You saw the trailer. What'd you think of it?
So for about a minute of the trailer, I was like, wow, this looks really boring. And then I looked down for like 2 seconds, and I looked up, and I was like, I have no fucking clue what's going on. It seemed like there was some sexy time going on. Maybe babies. I could not keep track of what characters were what.
Yeah.
In the trailer. So the trailer is edited together weirdly, but nah. I don't know. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. I like the name.
You don't think the spoonful of sugar is gonna go down smooth?
I don't
It's
know.
gonna taste a little bitter.
I don't know. They were putting a droplet on their mouth, so it's like they did a lot of acid. Obviously, the writer's like, I need them to know that I did drugs.
Exactly.
I'm like, no, I can tell just from the trailer.
Like, no. I'll show you. Don't you worry about that.
We'll see about it. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix or Hulu. It's one of those types of movies.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
end up free.
Maybe even Tubi.
Oh, nothing's on Tubi.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really into it. I guess I was more surprised, like, how far were they going to push this kind of... Like I said, how old is this girl supposed to be? Because at one moment it's like she's working on her thesis, which is usually a college thing. But then they're like, she's a sweet, innocent young girl, and they're trying to look like maybe she's a minor or something. I don't know. I was kind of thrown off by that.
I think we were just confused on what was going on in the trailer.
And so, I don't know. Honestly, it didn't even pull me a little bit. I was just like, not really feeling it.
Were we maybe not paying attention close enough? Possibly. It's not...
I mean...
Was the trailer...
Was I reading the book? Yes. Was I doing my taxes? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm sure, if I was watching some kind of Fast and Furious thing, I'm sure I would have known exactly. You can walk away from a Fast and Furious trailer, come back, and know exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
This thing was...
Cars go vroom.
Vroom! And then... So, the very next day on the 3rd, we got Sound of Silence, where this woman finds out that her radio may actually be cursed. And she's going to have to figure out a way to break this curse to save herself and her family. I'm going to say this, and it's going to come off like I'm being a dick, and I'm really not, because this is actually one of the ones that look more interesting to me, because there's a lot of crap on this list. It just seemed like it was another kind of like Asian horror film, in the sense of like, it's an object that's cursed, whether it's a website or, fucking tape or whatever the case is, or a phone. I've seen the phone as well. So it seemed like they're using that formula. This ain't an Asian horror film. This is American. I should specify that. Sorry. But it did feel like it was like that kind of formula. They're watching The Ring, radio's cursed, and then it kind of had a lights out vibe in the sense like every time they make noise with any kind of sound, a ghost would appear, and then they'd stop making noise. Disappear. And so a lot of that. I will say, when you say things like this out loud, it seems like you can just shit on this easily. Like this is going to be garbage. But same time, I'm willing to kind of give it a chance. It is a kind of tried and true formula. It may bring something new to it. Now, the trailer does not indicate that at all, but I'm a little bit more open-minded with this one than I was with Spoonful of Sugar. Josh, what do you think?
Well, if I had to put it into a few words, or maybe more than a few words, I think you're onto something when you say it's like Lights Out, which, if anybody's seen the original short or the first 5 minutes of the movie or whatever, it's the best portion of the movie, and you should just
totally
turn
agree.
it off after that.
Totally agree.
So what happened is someone showed them the clip of the ghost turning the radio off and like some sizzle.
Yeah.
Some sizzle with
Some
that.
sizzle. Add a little bit of sizzle to that.
At a meeting, and they were like, "Holy that's a good idea." And he had a tea time.
There's mine.
At 10:00, and it was 9:58, and he's like,
Yeah.
"You know what?
Do you need?
Green light it. That's good. Let's do that."
Talk to Carol.
And
HR.
so they wrote them a check. They made the movie. Here's the movie. You wish it was 5 minutes. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's gonna be 2 hours.
Oh, I'm sure.
If it's longer than an hour and 15 minutes, it's gonna be a slog.
Oh, it's gonna be brutal.
I don't want to watch it. That's what I'll say. Even though it's
when I do check it out,
it was interesting. I'll say that. I was like, oh yeah, this trailer's good, and then I was like, oh no, it's not.
It's one of those. Like I said, yeah.
Idea.
Too many parallels to other things there. So.
Idea.
I will. Like I said, I won't go out my way to
out.
check it out. But if it does come across, when it's on Tubi.
It's because you like
this
bad
will
movies.
be a Tubi.
Daniel likes bad movies, so this will be his movie.
I am a fan of bad movies. Up next, we got, and the very same day, it's Hunt Her, Kill Her. This young woman is taking a job as a janitor, working the night shift by herself, when we get some masked invaders. Not really home invasion, occupation invasion. And anyway, she's going to have to dig deep to try to take these guys out, and it's going to get brutal. What do you think about this one?
I don't like this one at all. Incompetent. Why are you making a movie that's entirely in a factory? It's cheap.
I would say I had the answer for you right there. Why.
I fucking hate how much this is a cheap piece of shit. Everything about it screams cheap, and I don't like it.
I'm a bad fan.
I don't think they're working within budget constraints. I think they're being fucking cheap.
So you're saying they actually probably have access to money?
I think they have.
They're refusing it. They're just
because they're working in a room that's fucking expensive.
Do you think they're pocketing that cash is why they're doing it? Almost like someone's like, you know what, that's not a bad idea. I'll throw some money, and then they're just like, But then you look at the costumes of the killers too, and it's like, wow, this is fucking stupid. See, I didn't mind the look of them actually.
I mind.
I minded it
because it looks like bad Jason X.
It does have
a cheap piece of shit Jason X. Cheap.
My view of this is
cheap.
No, my view of this is
not
it's
to rag
very
on it
low.
Too much.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I'll defend it a little bit.
Oh.
I think again, I agree with everything you're saying. It is very cheap looking. It's not just a cheap part too. I think the only red flag I came up with is there's a lack of passion with this. It almost just feels like we're just going to churn out another slasher type thing. I felt the same way about Your Next though when I first saw the trailer.
No, go fuck yourself.
I'm not saying this is going to be on that
level.
Not
even on par.
But what I'm saying is, when I saw the trailer for Your Next,
don't even listen to what he's saying because
this looks like just another generic home invasion type movie. And when I watched that, it was like, holy shit. Now, do I think this is going to have some sort of mind bending, turn the premise on its head moment?
Nope.
Probably not.
It won't have a moment.
I think honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. The hook for me was kind of the look of the killers, and this wasn't really displayed in the trailer, but on the IMDb page, it says she's gonna have to dig deep and go to a more primal state to battle these people, and it's gonna be brutal. And I'm just like, that's what I want to see. I want to see her get pushed to the edge and then just murder all these, which is kind of like Your Next, So I'm kind of looking forward to that aspect of it. Now, will they be able to pull the trigger on it?
Boo.
But give it a shot.
I think it's going to be bad. 2 stars.
2 stars. 2-star review for the trailer.
That's generous. That's
you're being very nice. You're being very nice at that point.
I won't give something a 0.5 star. Even though that's the lowest rating, you can give it on Vudu.
Is it real? See, I kind of wish you can do a 0 rating. I feel like,
There's no point.
See, I will never get... I think you should have the option.
No.
People should have the freedom. I won't give a 0 rating only because I feel like you tried and you made a movie.
No, if someone gives a 0 rating, they didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, I can believe that. Or they watched it, they just hated it out spite.
You can't hate a movie that much. No movie's that bad. You can see something in the room that's good.
I agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Get over yourself if you want to give something a 0-star rating.
Give it 0 star, guys.
It's at least 1 star.
I'm giving you the freedom here.
Find something to like.
Find some happiness. Find a silver lining.
Hipsters.
Yeah, they are hipsters. They give
fucking
0 rating.
jaded.
So on the 10th, we got Scream 6. All the survivors are going straight to the Big Apple there. Looking forward to it. Not gonna lie, fucking pumped for it.
I don't know why.
So I hated Scream 4. I like the trilogy. Hated Scream 4. And then when 5 came out, I was just kind of on the fence about it. We watched it. I think that was actually the last thing we watched in theaters, if I'm not mistaken. And I really dug it. And then with 6, everybody was bitching that Nev Campbell ain't back. And I'm like, we don't need her. I'm sorry, we don't need her. I like the fact that,
Nobody's bitching that Nev Campbell's not back. You've missed the issue.
What, she's not getting paid?
They didn't.
I don't
know. They offered.
It sounds like a dick thing.
No,
but really, I'm just
they
like,
offered her a bullshit amount when her name sells the franchise.
Oh, great.
Scream 6 will be a fail.
I'm hoping not.
Why is it releasing in March?
Oh no, they always do. Those are,
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Scream 6
This
was
is a fail.
I'm sorry, Scream 4 was February.
This is a fail.
Um.
Yeah, because what was Scream 4?
Oh, it was bad.
Was it a good release?
Oh no, it was bad. But
Yeah, it was bad.
They made good money
What
though.
was Scream 5 released?
I want to say it was in March as well.
I don't think it was.
Let's grab your phone and look it up for me.
I'm gonna look it up. We have time.
No, I'm looking forward to this. I like the idea that this guy, again, I don't know what the angle will be, but he's like, I'm not like other ghost faces. And dude, just run around New York City, capping motherfuckers, brutalizing people. I don't know.
It was a January release, so they had no faith in Scream 5.
Well, there you go. So, yeah.
They don't have faith in any of these movies, but Scream 5 was the only one to actually revitalize the franchise.
Yeah. It brought it back on track, and I really dug that.
Because what did they do? They paid tribute without being bullshit, and now they're just like, you know what? Jason Takes Manhattan.
That's it. Oh, no, I will say that. The first thing that everyone said was, well, Ghostface in Manhattan now. That's what we're doing. So, that means he's going to space in part 7. Scream 7 is just going to be them going to NASA.
It'll never happen. It's just getting boring.
See, I disagree. I thought the last one was pretty good. I liked it. Like I said, 4 was the only one that I literally just took issue with. But no, I'm into this. I want to see how it goes. I'm wondering, is Courtney Cox going to get killed? Is Gail Weathers going to bite the bullet in this one?
Who cares?
Oh, me. And
Nobody's ever cared about those characters. Nev Campbell.
Oh.
Who's the main character of the Scream franchise?
It was Nev Campbell.
It is Nev Campbell.
Yeah. It will be
a flop.
If this thing bombs horribly, then
Scream fans aren't going to go.
Oh, I disagree. I think they will.
Daniel's not a Scream fan, in case you're wondering. He didn't like Scream 4. He barely liked Scream 5 after being convinced by masses that it was a good movie.
I had to be told it was a good movie.
Somehow this hipster came out of it actually liking it.
Really liked Scream 5. It was in my...
How could you not? It was a fucking good movie.
It's good.
The only thing that sucks about it is the one thing that I won't talk about sucking about it.
About Scream 5?
Characters.
Oh.
Characters dying. But it's okay.
I do like that they did kind of...
Gives it weight.
Yeah, they gave him more characters and they held him over from part 5, and I do like that aspect of it.
Yes, so where's Nav?
Hope they kill her off screen. Hope she gets an unceremonial.
Your continuity is bullshit if you're not going to have your main character actually come over from the last movie.
Hey, you know what? She don't want to play ball. We'll
remember,
play ball without her.
Remember Mortal Kombat Annihilation after all the recasting? It was a good idea.
I still like that movie though.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's a bad movie.
No, it's good, but it's bad.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's a fun watch. So, Scream 6 is a no-go for you.
I don't give a fuck.
Now, will you watch it?
Nope.
Nope, not watching it at all.
The only way I'm watching it is if it's free.
Free. I mean, that's how I'm going to watch it.
HBO Max or somewhere.
All right.
I'm not going out of my way to see it.
That's fair. All right, so up next we have The Lake. I believe this is South Korean. I should have looked it up, but I didn't. But kid finds an egg.
I'm pretty sure it was like Indian.
Kid finds a egg. Turns out monster egg. I can't. Does it hatch or is like the mama coming for it?
I didn't see any of that.
Either way, monster goes on a rampage and starts killing.
Godzilla.
It's kaiju for sure. What'd you think about this one?
I don't care.
Not a fan.
I'm not sure. Like,
I think creature looks good.
Surprisingly,
rest of it
good
will
effects.
be crap. I'm sure the rest
I just don't think the language barrier is going to work because it's in a different language and a lot of things just don't translate. And I'm just not sure this one will. It'll probably be like any kaiju movie, but those get a pass because of it's kind of corny.
Now, did you ever watch The Host, the South Korean monster movie?
Nope.
You may like that one. I would
won't.
honestly say give it a shot.
I won't.
And that's where I kind of came on this one, where literally jizzed on it. Where I fell on this one was it kind of reminded me a lot of The Host as far as, I guess, again, South Korean, I guess. But it looked, kind of had that kind of vibe to it. And the monster looked really real. Like, it looked good.
This monster looks
good. Yeah. And so that's why, I kind of fell on that. 'Cause like you said, yeah, most kaiju movies is this, guy in a rubber suit.
But I prefer that.
Do you? I could go either way, but honestly...
Could you imagine if they still used rubber suits, but then just visually enhanced it, though?
Yeah, be interesting to do.
Be more of the Avatar approach, since they shoot a lot of things real, and then they enhance them.
No, Cloverfield was really good, though. Did you like Cloverfield?
It is mids.
Okay, fair enough. I really dug Cloverfield, I'm not gonna lie. I was a big fan.
Cloverfield is a series that gets better as it gets going, except for Cloverfield Paradox.
Which I liked, actually.
It's fine.
Fine. Fine, just fine.
A fine movie.
Love it. Greatest movie of all time.
10 Cloverfield Lane. That was the one.
That's your apex right there?
I think so. Even though that one left something to be desired.
I'll go backwards on it. I think the first one's better, and then it just kind of descends. But I mean, in a good way. It's not like I'm one of the few that really like Cloverfield Paradox. So
I am a huge hater of that style of film, and I blame Cloverfield for a lot of that.
Started.
Well, no, it didn't. It would probably... Blair Witch probably gets credit for that.
Oh, you're talking about the found footage.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like the look of the film or something like that.
No, but that found footagey style, and then I think it did kind of continue with Cloverfield. Kind of pushed it a little further.
It definitely brought back, because...
Though if it didn't, we would have never gotten Chronicle.
It's true.
And the way they did it for Chronicle was actually...
Thousands of other...
Chronicle is the best found footage movie ever. No. Period.
But I liked it. I was a fan. I liked it because, honestly,
for the
that's the superhero movie vibe of it. That's what I liked about it, because I was just like, I'm sick of superhero movies, and then that came along, and it was like a breath of fresh air.
You need to rewatch it for the camera work alone.
Oh, no. It was well done, and under the confines of a found footage movie, it works perfectly. I hate fucking found footage movies where there's no reason why you shouldn't drop your camera and run from a giant monster.
It even gets more cinematic as it goes, and they give a reason for why.
Yeah, no, it's saying every single. So cool. Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, no, the direction was really solid on that. And like I said, I like when, if you're going to do found footage, the camera needs to make sense. I hate when it doesn't do that shit.
How good are these movies? We're not talking about them.
Well, the bad thing was, I'm trying to remember what the fuck the next movie's about, and I really can't think about it. So maybe you remember. Leave comes out on the 17th.
Leave.
Baby was found in the cemetery wrapped up in a satanic blanket. And she's trying to figure out...
And it looks like her dad was in mayhem.
Yeah.
Right?
No, absolutely. That's exactly what it gets the vibe that that's what it's going to be, is like, she was left behind not because she was abandoned, but I'm thinking because the sacrifice was interrupted by something, and that's why, they quickly bailed. She's going to get back involved with them, and then the end's going to be they're going to end up sacrificing her anyway.
Man, okay, so, I'm glad you kept going.
Yeah.
Well... So half of this feels like it was going to be a sequel to the movie Lords of Chaos, where they had like a daughter that was going to be for a burned down church. Anyway, stupid tangent, but about halfway through, all of a sudden it becomes, oh, this is Get Out.
Really?
For me, it was like, oh, she's at this dinner with this family, she's trying to get. But she should just leave. Mm-hmm. Leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
She should get out.
Get out.
Yep.
Leave.
Look at that.
It's like on the nose about it and everything. Eventually, she's going to have to leave.
She will have to leave.
She's going to wish she had left.
But maybe too late.
It'll be too late. Listen, I'll forget the train. Like he forgot it.
Yeah.
T-minus 5 seconds. I don't know.
21st, we got Children of the Corn.
Boo.
Now, it's going to take place before the actual... I guess leading up to the actual massacre, whereas the original Children of the Corn and then its remake that was made for TV was centered around the book where a couple shows up in town. This, I guess, they don't have anything to do with that. It's going to be just kids joining forces and taking out the parents, which the IMDb description kind of led, like, the parents maybe deserve it. Like, they ruined the crops and maybe be ruining their kids' futures. What's that mean? I have no idea.
This is so dumb.
The one thing I will say I noticed from this was the actual production date of this movie was 2020.
Oh, and it's cheap.
It looks
This
very
is some
cheap.
cheap slop bullshit that they're putting out late.
Now, I will check it out
Straight
just because
DVD.
I'm a fan of the original Children of the Corn. I didn't watch
Who's
the TV.
in this movie that got famous? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't. They didn't advertise anybody. But you're right. It seems like that's probably what it was.
Because this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
It should not be getting put out. Either that or it's a rights thing.
Actually,
it's a rights thing.
Yeah, you fucking nailed it there. That's exactly what
it's
it
got to
probably
stay
is.
in the movie theaters for it to be a release.
Just to count as like, hey, we did another one.
But this is stupid. It still looks bad.
I said
I turned this trailer off.
Oh shit! Guess what? Got better.
Not because I wanted to watch the trailer.
Actually, improved. Like literally, the cameras got better.
Liar. He's a fucking liar.
Got good.
It took 5 seconds.
There's
to
a quote.
There's
a quote from Stephen King on there. He just says like, "This is the best adaptation that anyone's ever done."
You know what the best Children of the Corn movie isn't? It's the first one.
But the original. Yeah. No, I agree.
Why?
Who's going to dispute that? Like seriously, I want to meet the guy who's just like, no, Children of Corn 5. The final sacrifice is the.
I've never been the type to be an asshole about this. But did you have to gender swap the pastor kid?
Oh shit! I didn't even fucking think about that.
They literally are gender swapping the pastor kid. And
Isaac.
It's whatever. I don't care. But like,
you're right though.
Really, even a kid like. I don't like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't like. Don't get me. But like, what? The little girl is gonna be the pastor kid for this whole. Whatever. It's a horror film and it doesn't need to make sense. But it.
What's it say about me that
there was something?
This is based on what I would consider. I know not people say, but I consider Children of Corn a classic, a horror classic. What does it say about me that like literally I didn't even notice that go by? Like it went by unchecked. I mean, I'm not making this up. I literally didn't think about that. You said that, and I was like, "Son of a bitch."
You know what's
You're right.
What's the worst part?
Did
about
Hollywood
that?
like
I watched
it?
15 to 20 seconds of the trailer,
and you knew it right off the bat. You were already.
And I turned it off.
You
didn't notice that you watched the whole fucking thing.
Whole thing. Well, I'll be checking it out. We'll see how it comes out. I'll let you know. Now, will this be a free watch if it comes out free, or are you just completely going to Ghostbusters 2016 this one?
I won't watch it. I don't need to.
Don't need to.
I can tell from the trailer it's bad.
So
this is a sock of shit they're releasing after.
On the 24th, there's a film coming, or supposed to come out, but I couldn't find a trailer, and I'm starting to doubt if it's even going to do it. But we'll throw it out there anyways. The movie's called Drain Away. Is Pure Longing a Sin? That's the full title. This thing is Asian. I want to say it's South Korean. But I could be wrong.
Anyway, everything's South Korean today.
It's all the same. And anyways.
Some South Korean barbecue later. It's on his mind, I guess.
It's just going to be regular pulled pork, and I'll be like, South Korean barbecue. It's like, that's not South Korean, Daniel. God. Not everything's South Korean. So the basic plot of this is girl dies, and now she's turning her revenge on, I guess, the ones closer to her because she wants to, I don't know, curse or whatever. It really is the most generic fucking thing. The only thing that kind of threw me off was when it had the genre listings, it had romance in there. Quick 2 cents on this one, Josh?
I didn't know this was a thing. He kind of mentioned it.
Yeah.
But things that are mentioned and aren't given a link, I don't give a fuck about mostly. It's kind of his thing. So that's my note.
We're going to watch this in 4D. We're going to get the seats that fucking
4D.
Around shit.
Listen, I watched Titanic in 4K. It was great.
We're going to watch
that
it.
in there. We should keep moving.
We're gonna fly
are we
out
getting
there.
close to the end of the
We
list?
are getting close to the end of this.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry. So, up next,
it's
on the
my
25th, The Bogman. Which apparently is a small town that has a reputation for having a lot of Bigfoot sightings, and it draws tourists. And a new family moves in, and turns out maybe it ain't all bullshit. This was so generic, but the funny thing is, one of the lead actors, his name was Mike Myers, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" Like
Mike Myers.
And even when I hit play, and you can just tell this is the cheapest of cheap. Like at least Children of Corn looks a little bit more like it's a production. This one looks like literally TPS did it. Like that's how cheap this looks.
No, this looks worse than TPS.
So, anyways, stupidly, I'm just like, "Where's Mike Myers?" It's just like clearly he's not showing up. And when I took on the name, it's like the Mike Myers, because if you go on IMDb and you have the same name as someone else, they'll just put a number next to your name. And this was like number 26 or something like that. So yeah, so there's like a trillion Mike Myers out there. So this guy was like pretty low on the list. But anyways, yeah, I don't want to waste my time with this. And that sounds like a shit thing. I don't mean anything by it. Being a underground filmmaker myself, that's hurtful when someone's like, I don't want to waste my time. But I get it. I'm not going to completely be like, what?
But this one actually looks bad.
Yeah, like, no, it looked...
They need to hire a cinematographer more than anything. Your cameraman's bad. Like, whoever chose the shots you're making, they're bad. And your editor is worse. Like, the editor for your trailer, it is doing you zero favors. It's stilted. It's ruining your performances. Honestly. It's not... I don't know how much... The edits are bad.
So, instead of firing the guy, maybe this constructive criticism will help.
I don't know.
Beyond help.
Listen,
beyond help.
I just think it's someone doing a job that they're doing too many jobs. Not everyone should wear more than one hat. This guy's wearing a hat that he shouldn't be wearing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure editing is his strong suit. Or maybe someone needed to look over his shoulders because it's bad.
We're not going to look it up, but I kind of hope that the editor...
is the director.
Just the only guy. That's his only job. He's just like, I'm
not
even wearing multiple hats.
He's been working on several films too. No, this guy is doing a job that he
So if you guys can make it to the end of the month, on the 31st, we got Smoking Causes Coughing, where a group of superheroes who are kind of having a falling out. And they're called the Tobacco Force, but that wasn't in the trailer. That was on the IMDb page. But they decided they're going to have to do a weekend getaway, a retreat, to try to rebuild that trust so they can go back out and fight crime. You know what? Take the lead on this one. I'll let you...
So, the Tobacco Force. Listen, I had this weird thing where my brain got broken and I saw Quentin and I was like, really? A secret Quentin Tarantino film came out. And then it kept going. I was like, really? It's not even good. This can't be Quentin Tarantino. I like what they're doing. But I don't think it's good.
So the guy who did it, I can't pronounce his last name, some kind of French name, but he did the movie Rubber, about the killer tire.
Oh, yeah. That's
I forget the other one.
Sure. It's because it's like funny, but it's not.
Yeah. He did know. I can't remember the name of it. I should have looked it up. I'm sorry. So I never watched Rubber for that same reason, where it's like, that is a funny fucking concept. I like that. That's up my wheelhouse. If you're literally like, next TPS movie, we're going to have a inanimate object kill people, like, let's do it. I just don't think it's going to be good to watch this guy do it. Like, I don't know. Just a trailer I watched was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really... And I just never watched it. I've yet to watch it.
The effects are bad. It's kind of stupid.
Now, the second movie he did that I'm blanking on, I kind of liked it.
Did he do Teeth?
No. Different guy.
Part of me felt like it was the same.
Teeth was is a couple. It was like a married couple or something like that. But yeah,
scratch that from the record.
But no, the
edit that out. Editors.
Editor. We'll get the guy from the Bogman. Anyways,
yoinks.
The second movie wasn't bad. It was weird. It was more art house than comedic.
Good.
But this is like we're going back to a comedic vibe or whatever.
But it's still art.
But that's just fine. But you know what I'm saying though, like.
It's like art grindhouse.
Yeah.
Almost in
and
my head.
With this one, I kind of feel the same way about Rubber. Like, I love the concept of this. I just don't think it'll be executed that great.
Well, I don't think it's... The dialogue sucks.
Yeah.
The costumes are fantastic. That imagery is all really good.
I love the look of the film.
Yeah, but...
Like it has that...
There's nothing about it.
A cheaper version of, like, P.G. Gorman, I think.
It's not funny.
See,
I don't know what the...
punchline is.
The thing is.
Yeah.
Is it cool? But it's not fun. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it.
Now let me ask you this: a movie like this, will you check this out?
No,
if it came out?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Probably.
I feel like this is the kind of movie. Yeah, I do feel like this is a movie that I don't know. I kind of surprised you didn't like the trailer because I really felt like this was kind of more your thing.
It's kind of indie and it kind of reminds me of like a Wes Anderson, but.
Yeah.
Not,
but
like
not.
It's not witty or like shit like that. So it's stupid. It just seems stupid. It seemed like Spaceballs.
We got a little bit more than a minute, so let's go ahead. We both agree this is kind of. We got less than a minute. See any movies?
Knock at the Cabin.
So let's talk about. Give us your quick review of this.
Knock at the Cabin is the best movie that M. Night Shyamalan has done since The Sixth Sense. I stand by it. I love it. I think it's really good. I think he's onto something big time. I love having bad guys that are 100% the good guys.
Yeah.
Like, there's no bad guys in the entire movie.
No.
And that's, I stressed from the beginning. I love it.
No
bad guys.
Agreed. I loved it. And again, we joked about this before, but it's so similar in theme to the story you were writing, or the short film you're making.
Yeah, fuck them.
But as I'm watching it, it was like, and I'm sure you were the same way, like you already knew like what Batista's saying is the truth. Spoiler alert, sorry guys. Funny thing is, like, Angels is like, I don't think so. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, this exactly, you know, and she's just like, nah. And I'm just like, all right. And then at the end, it was just like.
And there's so much little shit in there.
Oh, yeah,
there's
no.
Easter eggs. It's great.
I agree with you. Best film. I'll say best film since Unbreakable because that's my favorite M. Night
Loved
movie. But yeah, no, this was top tier Shyamalan. So, hey, we're out of time. I'm glad we got that out of the way. So, guys, that has been a half hour of bullshit. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Josh.
And, guys, we'll catch you next time.